Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, sharing girl some love. So I had a lineup for Sunday, but I was called into work. So I'm going to do this review because I really wanted to talk to you about some fragrances that I would gatekeep. If I didn't love you guys, I would totally gatekeep these fragrances. And a couple of them are new to my collection. One I just picked up last night, so I'm able to add it into the fragrance review that I was going to do yesterday. But I ended up going up to the Nihilo store, and Nihilo's coming out with a fragrance that was supposedly discontinued, but they found 450 bottles in the warehouse, and they're coming out with it again, and then that is it. But I'll tell you guys about that fragrance later, and it's my favorite rendition of this fragrance, Less Than Paradise. Okay, it's a flanker of Less Than Paradise, but it's the best flanker to me. So anyway, please continue to watch, like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notification bells. So I wanted to come and give you the best fragrances that I want to gatekeep these fragrances. I love them so much. I just want to smell like them all by myself. I know that's being a bit selfish, but they smell so good. Like, you don't want anybody else to smell like you. So the very first one I heard my girl Ev and Simply Aisha talk about is a summer mink. So I was going to pick up this fragrance, but they escalated it. So I was driving and I saw an Ulta. Ultas are far from me, but Sephora's like on every corner. It's at Ulta and they're sold out. So initially I sprayed it and I was like, wow. So Summer Mink, Better World Fragrance, was just nominated as Fragrance of the Year. So, and also that when I saw it 2 days ago. So I was like, I gotta get my nose on this fragrance because Fragrance of the Year? Really? Summer Mink? Like, Drake's first fragrance. I know he has some oils and a fragrance line, but it wasn't really popular because I saw it online maybe a couple years ago. Uh, but now it's commercialized. So, and the fragrances were expensive too that I saw, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna buy these like $200-300 like oils in these little bitty vials. So, and he has candles as well. So anyway, in Summer Mink, there's clary sage, there's rose, there's petite grain citruses, musk, there's some jasmine in here, and there's vetiver. So you guys, so this is the bottle, very nice packaging, and it actually comes like, this is so good. I don't want to tell anybody about it, but everybody knows about it anyway. So this is like a heavy plastic. So actually I like this. It almost reminds me of the fragrances with the eye. Some of them have holders like this as well. But y'all, the lady told me, oh, I only have the 1 ounce. So I was like, okay, I'll take the 1 ounce. She said, I have the travel in the 1 ounce. I said, I'll take the 1 ounce. And then I said, are you sure you don't have like the bigger one? Like, I really want the bigger one after smelling it. And she was like, let me just double check. Y'all, and she had one left in the back. I think she thought it was the candle. So anyway, it pops off like this. So to me, this actually it's beautiful. And it gave me like a 90s flair in the dry down. It reminded me of an Escada fragrance that I used to wear, like a little bit, like 25%. The sweetness, the amberiness, the muskiness of it reminded me of an Escada fragrance that I wore back in the early 90s when I was about 20 years old. So yeah, things never really change. They just evolve and they add to it. Okay, so whoever the perfumer is, it's a black perfumer, apparently. Maybe he's a bit, of maturity, and he smells some of those fragrances back in the day. So, anyway, it kind of gives me vibes of an early 90s fragrance with a minerally, not really metallic, but more of a minerally feel, fresh, airy, almost like a solar vibe, solar system mineral type vibe. Rose, a little greenness in the opening, but very fresh, musky, and that vetiver it gives me a little bit of sweetness. Sometimes, depending on the origin of the vetiver, it can be a little sweeter. And I think it's Haitian vetiver that makes the vetiver slightly sweeter and fresher and muskier. So I'm really picking up like a Haitian vetiver vibe in here. And it is absolutely stunning year round. Lasted about maybe 5 to 6 hours on my skin. I definitely recommend this. I recommend you like blind buying it. It is just that good. It's not super mass appealing, but it's one that I think if you love fragrances, you would love. It's a beauty, y'all. So get your nose on Summer Mink. I'm picking up vanilla vibes, musky vanilla, fresh minerally rose, a bit of an aromatic vibe from the clary sage, but not like super earthy, but very fresh, smooth, clean. Still, even though it has all those earthy notes in there with that vetiver, clary sage, and petite grain. Even if you don't like petite grain, I think you're gonna love this fragrance. So anyway, I would totally gatekeep that fragrance because it smells so good if I didn't love you guys. Next one, we're gonna talk about Mornings in Milano. I experienced this fragrance over in Milan, and this is by Birkholz. I ordered this from the Scent Library. It's hard to find. I got a 30% off at the Scent Library. I actually ordered an extra bottle, so hit me up. It was about 230, 240. And that was with a discount. So in here you got a creamy coconut. It gives you peachy, irisy coconut vanilla vibes. So you definitely get like a, it's not too sweet, but more of an irisy vibe. You definitely get like a creamy, peachy, vanillic coconut. But I feel like there's iris in here. There's a beautiful musk in here, and there's a beautiful creamy, soft gardenia. That is what I love about this fragrance. Not a super heady gardenia, but very fluffy, airy, like a coconutty, tropical gardenia vibe with some peach and iris and vanilla. Mornings in Milano is absolutely beautiful. This is by Birkholz. And I wanted this in Extrait over in Milan, but they weren't willing to collaborate. And the price that they were trying to charge, I felt like it was a bit much. And I love supporting Saeed at the Scent Library. So I picked up two of these bottles. If you are interested in one, hit me up over on Instagram. I don't know why I bought two. Because I kind of figured it was a good bargain and it would be hard for somebody else to find it because they're not readily available like everywhere here in America. And I think this is a new release. They had a table with this alone, and they were comparing this to like peach bellinis, but it's giving me more of a creamy, tropical, coconutty, white floral vibe. It is beautiful. If you love gardenia and iris and peach, you're gonna love this, and a little bit of coconut. So anyway, this one is another beautiful fragrance. This is a new release, Vanique Carbone, and this is by Atelier Materi. I always, say that wrong. Atelier Materi. So this is warm, spicy vanilla. We're gonna talk about this, but it's smoky. I think there's black pepper, pink pepper, but literally smells like a vanilla caviar type fragrance. It's beautiful, unisex, smoky, warm. But we're going to talk about this very soon on a fragrance haul because I have a haul coming up as well. But anyway, Vanique Carbone by Atelier Materi. Get your nose on it. It's almost giving like a little bit of a baby cat vibe without the heavy spice and a little more vanilla. It's more like a sweet ice cream. I'm getting like ice cream vibes from this as well with a little bit of spice. It doesn't smell like anything I own, but it is similar, maybe like 25% similar to a slight baby cat-ish vibe. But I love this. It is gorgeous, but there's a freshness to this as well. It's beautiful. So y'all, I wore this for the day and I was like, oh, why do I have to speak about a lot of these fragrances? People are going to smell me anyway, and I'm going to talk about them. But this one is a beautiful vanilla fragrance. This will definitely be in a top 20 vanilla of mine because it's prominent in the vanilla area. Even though I said there were some spices in there, it is not like spicy, peppery, incensey. It gives a slight, maybe a slight. No, it doesn't give an incense vibe. It's just like a warm vanilla pod, like warm vanilla caviar pod. Anyway, I'm totally gatekeeping these two. Y'all, these have been my two top discoveries, my two top five discoveries, or top three discoveries of 2025. I did a video. I didn't have Existence in my hand, but I have it now. This is like the freshest green, crunchy grape with Lily of the Valley, a beautiful white floral, a beautiful white rose. It's fresh, it's dewy. It's absolutely stunning. The aldehydes in here don't smell aldehydic. They just give it more of a soapy, clean vibe. The white musk in here is gorgeous. I'm obsessed. And look at the dent after. I don't know if you can see it. I've been spraying. I got so many compliments on this fragrance. It's ridiculous. Took it to work. Everyone loves it. Every time I stood in the where we go pick up all of our supplies in that room, somebody walked in like back to back to back. Four people walked in. You smell amazing. What is that? I was like, one lady, I said, oh, it's Amouage Existence. She's like, oh, that's like a foreign language to me. All I know is that it smells good. I was like, well, thank you. Decisions, a beautiful warm, and the frankincense in here, don't be scared. It's not medicinal. It's just adds a bit of a fresh, almost a pink pepper spiciness to this fragrance, not necessarily frankincense. Decisions, absolutely stunning. More of a warm, spicy vanilla. This one has a beautiful juniper berry in here. So if you, juniper berry to me, it's fresh, it's green, it's a little aromatic, it's a bit earthy, but a clean earthy. But in the base, it gives you like a warm vanilla with spice and juniper berry. I think there may be a little bit of rose in here as well, but it's absolutely stunning. Both of these, you guys, best releases along my top three releases. These two and IMPADIA by BDK. Also, Better World Fragrance, okay, is on its tails, but it's really good. Another amazing discovery of 2025, not released, Radical Rose. Y'all, we gonna talk about this in a haul. A beautiful, warm, spicy Radical Rose. Good, 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 good. Radical Rose EDP I did really like, but I was like, okay, it's a warm, spicy, modern rose. Radical Rose Extrait, warm, a bit suede, not really leathery, but a bit suede, green rose, fresh, powdery, vanilla. It is stunning. I wore this twice. I wore this yesterday as well. So many compliments on this fragrance. Radical Rose, sample this. If you are a rose lover with a little bit of like a suede, I'm not a huge leather fan. So I'm super glad that I didn't look at the notes before I tried this fragrance. Somebody sprayed this at Travalia's Say It Loud and Proud fragrance experience. And I was like, what is that you just sprayed? She was like, oh, it was Radical Rose. Then I sprayed it all over. I was like, wow, 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 wow. This is freaking stunning, and I need a bottle ASAP. And I ordered a bottle like 2, 3 days later. I went looking for it, didn't find a good price, but then I put my name on the list for something, and I found a good price. It's like $100 off. This is pretty expensive. I think it's about $370, $390. So I got it for about $300, but the packaging was not worth it at all. I'm like, a fragrance of this caliber, this price should have really nicer packaging, but their packaging is really basic. But anyway, I just threw the packaging away anyway, so I guess it doesn't even matter. The juice is what matters. Anyway, Radical Rose, amazing, freaking stunning. One of my favorite discoveries of 2025. Not it wasn't. I think it was released last year. BDK IMPADIA, beautiful rose, pear, praline, powdery, two different roses, gorgeous fragrance. And y'all, look at the dent after what, 2 months? Yeah, I'm buying a backup bottle when this goes away. Anyway, definitely gives you a little bit of vibes of the Guidance 46, that powdery rose pear, but it's not a dupe at all. The next one is On Bite by Mystery Modern Mark. Gatekeeping all the way. It's a beautiful peach vanilla. I think there's some Lily of the Valley. I've been obsessed with Lily of the Valley. Lily of the Valley in here as well. There's some cherry, there's some almond. It is fresh. It smells a bit marzipan-y, but even though there's cherry and almond, that peach adds a different vibe to it. It's light, it's airy. It's a gourmand for sure. It's powdery. Get your nose on Bite. I love it. It's delicious. It's the freshest macaroon. Peachy, smells like peach whipped cream on a almondy marzipan cherry macaroon, with a bit of a light airy white floral, fluffy creamy white floral. It is beautiful. On Bite by Mystery Modern Mark. Gatekeeping all the way. Some other fragrances that I would gatekeep, but you guys know that I love the House of X Nihilo. BROMPTON Immortals Extrait Obsession. This is actually, you guys, I know I said Irreverence, but I just purchased this one last year. Was my favorite X Nihilo, but BROMPTON Immortals Extrait is my favorite X Nihilo. Call up to the LA boutique if you want to order any X Nihilos. They will include samples. Your packaging will be beautiful. The shipping is free. So just Google Los Angeles boutique, call up there, and speak to Vanush, or speak to Jennifer or whoever, or Andrea, whoever is in the boutique. Talk to them, tell them I sent you so they can make it extra special. But Brompton Immortals Extrait, obsessed. My favorite ex nihilo, right along with Irreverence. Also, Irreverence, I'm gatekeeping. My two favorite ex nihilos, bomb, you guys. These are very hard to find. They were both Harrods exclusives, and they are now at the Ex Nihilo boutique. So, like, those are, it's in my top 10. Those are in my top 10 fragrances for life. Okay, right along with IMPADIA. My top 10 is changing. I'm not doing a top 10 number one, I'm doing a top 20. So those are in my top 20, right along with a couple other ones that I just mentioned. So we have Sensatio. This is a beautiful pistachio scent, but the reason why I like this pistachio more, and I found this house over in Milan, they're from Paris. This is Golden Pistachio. I do have another one, Black Sesame, and we're going to talk about this house very soon, hopefully. I'm late, I know. But Sensatio, it's a pistachio fragrance, but it's a fresh pistachio, and there's some citrus and there's pear. So you got a fresh pistachio, but the pear and apple in here, they changed the game for this pistachio fragrance. So Sensatio, get your nose on this. I will list all these fragrances down below, guys. I know that I usually don't, because a lot of y'all will look at the list and not even watch the video. Okay, like, but I know you guys love me so much, so you'll watch the video. The next one I would have loved to gatekeep, but I shared with the world a couple years ago when I purchased this at Selfridges. Swamalaki, black currant, rose, chestnut. There's a little cacao. I only have a couple backup bottles, and this is one of them. Queenie by Mind Games, and the dent is dentine. And I have a backup bottle. I think it's like 200 mLs, the refillable bottle. But this one is my favorite, Dries Van Noten. Love it. The next one is Soufflat by Miller Harris. Soufflat is absolutely gorgeous. It reminds you of being in Paris, you know, a sweet macaroon with like chestnut drizzle, maybe hazelnut drizzle, fresh vanilla, maybe some caramel, and some like suede leather. It is beautiful. I'm not even gonna say leather. I'm gonna say suede. But you get that nuttiness, that creaminess, that sweetness. It's absolutely stunning. And I love Soufflat by Miller Harris. This is my favorite Miller Harris fragrance. So get your nose on Soufflat. It is absolutely gorgeous. But loads, it's a gourmand for sure. Is that it? Y'all. No, I thought there were like a couple more. So anyway, the next one, you guys know, go watch my review by Bozo. I wanted to put Topless in here because it's more of a, there's a milk accord in there, but it's a more of a milky tuberose with a fruity vibe. But Immoral, you guys, I'm taking Immoral on vacation with me. It's passion fruit. There's a bunch of other fruits in here, but it's passion fruit, it's citruses, it's peach passion fruit. But there's a fresh muskiness about this fragrance, a cleanness about this entire fragrance house that I love. And it's warm, y'all. And probably I'm a bit stressed because I know I got to get to work. Even though, why am I stressed? I got to get to work, but it's overtime. So yeah, I need to calm down because I don't have to rush there, okay? This is my time, okay? I'm giving them my time. Anyway, by Bozo, check out the review. There's so many from this fragrance house that I love. Immoral, Sea Breeze, Habibi, but at my top, I think I would choose Immoral, Sea Breeze. My top four: Immoral, Sea Breeze is amazing. Sea Breeze has a star fruit note inside that I absolutely love. It's very fresh, it's clean. But yeah, I love these. So anyway, y'all, I think that is it, okay? Go out to the world. Sorry, it is very warm. And I'm like, when you're, it's like that stress sweat, okay? Go out to the world, spread amazing sillage, do the be all of that, and get your nose. I'm like looking around, make sure I got everything. Get your nose on these fragrances. And y'all, if I didn't love y'all, I would keep these all to myself. Okay? All right, bye-bye. Love you guys.